covering Northern California. You're watching Action News Now, coverage you can count on.
These people take care of their cattle as if they would their dogs, their horses, their goats, their sheep. It doesn't matter.
Wolf attacks on the rise in Modoc County. What the sheriff has to say about the threat to livestock and people.
Plus,
it feels like I listened to my best friend get killed over the scanner.
friends and family members of the man killed last year in a motorcycle police pursuit accused Tehama County Sheriff's Office of withholding crucial details about that death.
And
we do want to make sure that when we are doing this reimagining, we have an eye towards doing it in ways that can make us fiscally sustainable.
New details in how Chico State says it's reimagining academics. But first, we have new details in the deadly officer-involved shooting in Chico.
The Butte County District Attorney Mike Ramsey tells Action News Now that 43-year-old Michael Oxley of Chico is the suspect in that shooting that happened Friday evening downtown. We were on scene Friday just after 6 p.m. near where they have the farmers market there. They call it parking lot number 1 at Flume and 2nd. The DA says that is where Oxley shot George Ramirez III several times using a handgun. Ramsey says that Ramirez, a local barber, was shot in the head, neck, and shoulder while in his car. Officials say that Chico police tried to arrest Oxley Saturday evening where he was staying at the Post Apartments on Nord Avenue. The DA says he was shot and killed in the apartment's parking structure after police say he fired on them. The DA says that 6 members of the Chico police SWAT team were involved in that shooting and are now on administrative leave.
Chico State plans to consolidate 7 colleges through its Reimagining Academic Affairs initiative.
Action News Now reporter Sade Pullen joins us live from campus. Sade, what would the benefits be of this change?
Yes, Alan. So Provost Leslie Cornick tells me that these changes will help make sure that the university has a sustainable future. While it could be a money saver, the leader of the Reimagining Academic Affairs initiative says the budget isn't budget driven. Provost Cornick says the goal is not to cut measures of the 7 academic colleges, but to merge them. Cornick tells me she put together a special action team to make some recommendations for the restructuring. Option 1 included reducing 7 colleges to 5 or 4. Or having 7 deans oversee divisions rather than colleges. Cornick says they're narrowing down their options.
The other recommendation that the special action team made was to have a college centered around health and human services or something like that. We have about 15 really amazing programs in the health, well-being, allied health, public health space. And right now those programs are spread across about 4 different colleges. So it's a little bit hard to find, it's a little bit clunky, and
Cornick tells me that the second recommendation that the special action team made was a college centered around agriculture, natural sciences, and the environment. She says right now there are 2 colleges that deal with the environment. She says if the consolidation happens, those colleges would join together and become one. Now, Cornick says that the university is also looking to have some STEAM programs that integrates art, science, technology, and math together. She says that these ideas are not set in stone, all the ones that I've mentioned today. She says tomorrow the vice provost, the dean, and associates deans will go over feedback, and then there will also be more opportunities and more expos for the community to come out to give their feedback before a final decision is made. Reporting live in Chico, I'm Sade Pullen with Action News Now.
Thanks, Sade. And everyone and anyone is welcome to give feedback at the next expo. To learn how you can get involved, there is a website you can go to. We've put a link to that on our website. Just click on news tabs and then news links.
A Red Bluff man is speaking out after his best friend was killed during a pursuit involving the Tehama County Sheriff's Office last year. He says there's more to the story, though, after the CHP released its investigation and report. Action News Now reporter Blake Mayfield tells us more.
After a CHP investigation revealed that Andrew Krause was struck by Deputy Stephen Waitman during a pursuit last September, Robert Lonsberry says he and Krause's family are seeking justice. According to the CHP report, the pursuit took place after Kraus was seen riding a stolen dirt bike, although Lonsberry says his friend bought the bike just a few days earlier, not knowing it was stolen. In its press release last September, the Tehama County Sheriff's Office claimed that Kraus led Deputy Stephen Waitman on a pursuit near the Path Plaza building on Lay Avenue in Red Bluff. The press release said that Kraus flipped over the handlebars after hitting a ditch at high speeds, causing his injuries. According to the CHP report, Waitman was closely following behind Kraus at 40 miles per hour, and once Kraus hit the ditch, Waitman was unable to stop in time, with his vehicle rolling over the top of Kraus and his bike. Now, Lonsberry is calling on the sheriff to admit what the CHP says happened. Because of the events that took place, along with the CHP's report's findings, Kraus's family has now filed a wrongful death lawsuit in Tehama County Court against the county and the sheriff's office. In a statement, the Tehama County Sheriff's Office confirmed that Deputy Waitman is still employed by the agency and has not been placed on leave. When asked if Waitman will face consequences for what happened and why the incident wasn't included in the original press release, the sheriff's office said it could not comment on pending litigation.
He needs to step up and say that, our officer made a mistake. He ran Andrew over and apologized to his family.
Reporting in Red Bluff, I'm Blake Mayfield, Action News Now.
Kraus leaves behind 2 children, multiple family members, including an 11-year-old and 14-year-old.
Now a live look over Shasta County from the Alert California camera. This is near Shingletown, and yeah, it's kind of gloomy skies there at this point, but of course the sun is about to set. It's that time of day. I did notice, I don't know if Howie's going to, I'm stepping on Howie's toes here, but this weekend is when we spring forward, so it's...
That's right.
Yeah.
Daylight saving. I'm not a fan. I wish they'd just keep it the same. It's too much back and forth, Howie.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's annoying at first, then you just get used to it, but I agree. And like, time just totally gets thrown off for you, especially if you're waking up at a certain time or going to bed. Right now, it's probably an early morning thing more than anything else, but here's what we're looking at for our winds that were on the breezier side. Those have come down, but so have our temperatures. Remember just last February, a couple of days ago, we were looking at May and even June, almost May, June weather. But now here we are in March and temperatures are cooling down the way they should be for the most part in January and even February. And then with storms headed our way, we're looking at snow in the higher elevations, but we can see some problems with commutes with some slick roads. We're going to talk more about these approaching storms coming up in just a little bit.
All right, thanks, Howie.
Reading city leaders are getting a look at the site of a potential new, controversial to a certain extent, subdivision. It's near Spinknicker Drive near the River Ridge Terrace area. And Action News Now reporter Jesse Angelo is live there. Jesse, what happened at the City Council's tour of the site today?
Haley, City Council came out for a special meeting and a walk around here at the site for the Peaks subdivision is what they're calling it, and dozens of neighbors showed up to voice their concerns. Their big concern with the project itself would put about 120 homes in the land that you see behind me here, but neighbors here tell me that they don't believe it's allowing for enough access for evacuations should we see another fire such as what we saw in the Carr fire. Now, City Council members were doing their best to ease the concerns of the neighbors here. They have already filed its plans for the approval of the street plan here for the subdivision, and but that is going to go before the Planning Commission coming up yet this spring. So in the meantime, the city is still moving forward with their plans for this subdivision. Live in Reading, Jesse Angelo, Action News Now.
All right, thank you, Jesse. And we're going to have a full report on this story coming up tonight at 11. We do know that the city of Reading says the Peaks subdivision will include a vision for a trail network and a neighborhood park to highlight the landscape atop Courts Hill Road.
Downtown Reading might become more accessible to walk or ride your bike. Caltrans says its new $60 million downtown pavement project would make safety improvements on parts of Highways 44, 273, and 299, and that includes Market Street. Changes could include adding traffic signals, repairing sidewalks, adding bike lanes, and restoring culverts. Caltrans says the final project design is slated to be finished by spring of 2028, and then construction is expected to start in the summer or fall of 2028. Coming up new at 6, a local business is teaming up with federal agencies to protect our region's forests. We'll show you how.
But first, dead cattle believed to be linked to a growing wolf population.
You can imagine a cow trying to have a calf and multiple wolves attacking her while she's trying to calf. It's just very, very, very sad.
What the county sheriff has planned when we come back.